Okay, it's time for today's CSS Battle. Let's see what we've got. Okay. Okay. Interesting. Let's actually start with the nested template. And let's set some margins. 60 and 140 maybe. That's a bit far. 70, 80. 80 is perfect that way. 130 looks good that way. Okay. Now we're going to treat that top corner as a conic gradient. So let's start with one of those. Conic gradient. That's where it starts. So we go click 25% and then transparent. That's going to need an at. So let's try at 100 pixels, 20 pixels. Right, 110, 100, 90. Right, 80 is good there. And 80 is good there. Okay. Right. Tempted to do the circles as two half circles. But first, let's set the background to this blue. There we go. Yeah, then let's I think we're going to end up with 3 radial gradients. So radial gradient at 50% 0. Start with no, start with the blue. Let's have a quick look at how big this diameter is by going here. 110, 190 is 80, so the outside is 40 pixels, so let's try 20 pixels for the middle. Then this color 40 pixels and then transparent. Don't forget the 1Q. That looks a little small. Maybe I did mean it. No, 60 and 30. Then we shift it 0 and 60 pixels. Okay, 40, 80. Is that not a damn circle? also half isn't going to really work here, which is a shame. We might have to shift it further up, but that is not 70. That is not quite. Oh, maybe I've gone too far down. 67. Oh, 70 is good. However, I want to cut another, what, 10 pixels, 20 pixels off of it. So let's actually make that minus 20 pixels, and then let's make this 90. And that, you see, then gets this bottom nicely. Then this does actually look like a half circle. It's going to be fairly much the same radial gradient, but this time 1Q at 100%, 50%. It's going to be the same color stops. And then this time round we need to move it probably minus 40 pixels and 0. A little bit more than that. How about 70? 70 looks good. 70 looks very good. And then all we need to do is cover up that little bit of that square. So we do another radial gradient, 1Q. We leave it in the center, and we only need this blue and then transparent. That, oh, let's put a comma there. That looks fairly damn close. Right, let's see what score we get from that. Well, that is 100% match. Now, is there anything that we can do to squidge it a bit? Not really. I don't know if I can do this, so we'll try it anyway. Looks like you can. Whee! That should save us a few characters. Did it? Saved us 7. Don't need that semicolon, don't need that brace. Okay, I think we'll just minify that and submit. Okay, so that's certainly one way of doing it. Is there a better way? Let's actually try doing something slightly different. Let's do border radius, 40 pixels, 40 pixels, 40 pixels, 0. I'm fairly sure that I've got those in the wrong order because I can never remember what the order is. Set this background to that. Oh, I have definitely got that in the wrong order. These might want to be 80 pixels. That is the one that I actually want to be 0. And that, you see, then gives me that shape, which maybe will make other things slightly easier. So we now make this background instead radial gradient of blue for, what did I have it as? 20 pixels maybe. Red for 0. 30, 40. 40 looks good. That already gives us that. So we need these two lines, which I think we also don't need that. I think we can probably do with a conic gradient and some background positioning. So let's do conic gradient, transparent 25%, and then blue for 0, which will just cut out that little bit there. Then left, how wide is that gap? 200 to 210, so we'll make it 10 wide and 160, 80, 160, 80. So at 10 pixels, 80 pixels, and then shift it over by 130 to 270 pixels, 0. Make it 200 to 70 pixels wide, and I think 80 pixels high, and set no repeat. Let's try 90 pixels high, and that looks again like 100%. Let's try it. So that is shorter than the minified version of the previous one. So let's minify this and submit. There we go. Now, is there any way that we can squidge this that I can see obviously? No. What happens if I take the no repeat off? That's what I thought. What happens if I just repeat on the Y? Which will save as a character? Nope, we can't do that either. Oh well. It's 160 wide, so we might be able to say 50%. Nope. Okay, well, I think I'll leave it there. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Oh, hang on, we've got one semicolon that we can get rid of there. Actually, with a bit of reorganisation, let's take that lot, take that lot, shove it here, take that closed bracket out. That'll save us 2 whole characters. Whoa. What more can you ask for? Can we change these to 50%? I think we probably can. Is that still 100%? Here it is. Right. Now, really, that's where I'm going to leave it. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.